hand with a couple of college football's premier teams preparing to square off. It's the Oklahoma Sooners and the Clemson Tigers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Death Valley, the tradition is real. You touch the rock, you run down the hill, and it is a beautiful venue. Clemson has become one of the most difficult places to play in the ACC, if not college football. These fans are electric and dynamic. Call it Death Valley for a reason. This is where teams' dreams come to die. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. The Sooners will kick off first, and here we go. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. On the run, it's Davidson. Enough to move the chains. There he goes to the right. The 40. He's at the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Clemson. Once he got some room, it was over.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
He'll bring it out. It's Vincent. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They believe they can run right here. Find some space enough to get 5 to the 22. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Most offensive coordinators want to be really aggressive on second and short. And I love the quarterback here. He drops back the pass thinking being aggressive. Nothing available. Scramble. Give me an easy first down.
Taylor wants to throw. Under pressure, and he gets it away.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
They'll need a bunch on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Tigers. The defense putting points on the board.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Vincent. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. So So here comes the Oklahoma offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Look out! All kinds of room to throw that one in there. It's a seam wide open. Ripped off the huge chunk play all the way to the 31-yard line.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
They make the stop inside the 25, working closer to that red zone, a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage will be the 24.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Sells to fake. Trying to make magic on the scramble. There he goes. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6. Timeout called by Clemson. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. And the Sooners will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Wide receiver going in motion. That touch pass went nowhere. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Taylor wants to throw it. Moving to his left. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Got some room to run. The 50. He's inside the 40. Past the 20. The tag. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Clemson. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
And that's a great job by the defender there, back in his own end. He knew he had to make a play. He jumped the route, caught it, and he takes it all the way back. Forget flipping the field. How about scoring a touchdown?
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Back's got it on the screen. Breaks into the open. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. That last play is what you call a drive starter. They're out to the 47. It's 1st down. On the option. Now the toss. And the 4th option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him.
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Taylor wants to throw. keeping his eyes downfield. He's turning it loose into the middle. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
And I don't know how to explain that one. Fourth down and long, the percentages are low anyways. Man on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
Keeps it moving, it's Davidson. Jukes his way for more. Oh, he's got some space. He's got 98 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. It's a thing at Clemson to run downhill, literally, usually when they enter the stadium. But sometimes it feels like this running game's doing that.
They run down the hill, and a lot of times they don't stop, Reese, because they keep the tempo and they keep the foot on the gas, and that's what Clemson's kind of built this offense on is tempo, trying to wear you out, and they slip in the run game and the quick passing game and the running QB and so many things to look at.
Second and long here. Quarterback changing the play. Tavian St. Clair throws toward the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
And you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
Clemson will come to the line with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. To the air, it's St. Clair. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Tigers.
Man, what a picture-perfect start to this football game. Like, offense doing their job, defense getting the ball back, in this offense, I tell you what, it is an impressive unit to watch. They were good on tape all week studying them. They're better in person, and they are out the gate strong in this first quarter.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Holden finds his man on the left. They stop him in his tracks, and they'll head to the other side of the field. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. And that last one might have helped the completion percentage, but it didn't go forward. 2nd and 10 here. Running inside. It's Blaylock. Shakes off the defender. Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room. He's up to the 17.
And finally, we see a little bit of that, which we talked about coming into this football game. Like, we highlighted him. He's a really good football player. They're going to feature him. He's going to make big plays. Today, the defense has absolutely shut him down. That was actually his longest carry of the day. They're going to need more of that from this offense.
Now facing 3rd and short from their own 17. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Rolls right. It's complete to the right. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that.
You never want to say it's over early. I mean, we're here early in the game, but considering what the scoreboard is saying, they absolutely had to have that play for them to stay in this football game. And sometimes it just takes one great throw and one great catch to wake you up. They need to score a touchdown on this drive. They need to score another touchdown on their next drive, but maybe that's the play that turns things around for them.
The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season, and these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game,
here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think, you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the third on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're in the top 25 in the country at getting the quarterback on the ground.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Taylor wants to throw it. Going for the big play. Upstairs to make the catch. And they'll bring him down after the long completion, a chunk play for the offense.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside.
Caught, and he's got room. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And that's a big play for this offense, and they need to get going. They've built themselves a deficit. They need points on this drive, or else, guys, the second half, we're going to be telling old war stories, right? Like back in my day, and Jesse did this, and I did that. So, I mean, come on, offense. Let's put this together. Let's keep this game competitive.
To the end zone, and it's picked off. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, Dave.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. With the catch, it's Burrows. That kind of play will get a drive started or help the field position. They've got it at the 27. On 1st down, here comes this offense. They'll move the tight end. Throwing St. Clair. Gonna let it fly. Makes the grab inside the 30. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Right side, it's Johnson. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. If guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels. Now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
Changing the routes with his receivers. Quarterback will keep it. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And man, offense, defense, special teams, they are showing it all early in this football game. We're still in the first half. We got a 5-touchdown lead. Everything going right except for us, guys, because now we're going to have to figure something to talk about because this one isn't over, but it's close to almost at the half.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Hits inside. It's Blaylock. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. The Sooners in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Right back to the well. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Clemson calls its 2nd timeout. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
There's a crease. Spinderella. Into the house. Touchdown, Tigers. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive. Just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box. Still, this guy has been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, it's Blaylock. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. The give to the back. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And, man, it's fun to watch a defense that really...
But look at this. They're not setting up to punt. They're going to try to cut into this lead, and this is a huge risk late in the half. Got to make the play on 4th. Going downfield for the big play. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on 4th down.
I'll tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. 4th down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised. You definitely shouldn't be surprised. Just don't check your mentions, dog.
Snags it, and he's open. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
I got to tell you, this offense has done some really good things here in this first half, and that was so critical. Scoring on their last possession of the half, they're padding their lead, and they've put so much pressure now on the opponent.
Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Interesting first half, fellas, and an eye-opening day here in Week 10 on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. First up, a look at Michigan taking on the Iowa State Cyclones. And it's the Wolverines eyeing an 8th straight victory today. It's been a dream start to the season, and this game has been no different. This fan base is fired up. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media.
He's going for the big play. It's caught. Running wide open down the gut of the field. To the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Man, football, there is so many weapons now with small slots and big wide receivers. And then you got the tight ends now that have the speed to catch the football, chew up ground, and get to the end zone and make those big plays like he did right here.
Now the two-point conversion attempt is coming. Taylor wants to throw. Trying to get the 2. Here comes the heat, and down goes the quarterback, and they won't be able to get any closer with the 2-point try. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Tigers send out the offense to go to work. On the ground, it's Davidson. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Tavian on the play action. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it, and what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Yeah, nice coverage, and you'd like to snag that interception, but there's always a reason why these thoroughbred athletes play defense. It's usually because of their lack of hands, like you just saw.
Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, with no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Taylor wants to throw it. He's going for a big play downfield. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Well, this defense knew coming into this one, this offense would take shots. They know they have targets that can fly, can push down the field vertically. Nice job in coverage there.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Yeah, taking the shot down the field, I love it. Offenses have to do that. A lot of times offenses get pretty conservative, but take deep shots down the field. Try to make those big plays. Trust your wide receivers and your big play guys to make those shots down the field.
Gonna take a shot. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
And listen, obviously, this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on fourth down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
The Tigers trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. St. Clair looking for the score. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. Touchdown Sooners! The defense takes matters into its own hands. 2-point conversion attempt is coming. Taylor wants to throw. Looking to the end zone, but the pressure gets there first, and the quarterback is sacked, and the 2-point conversion attempt is stopped. After that score, they'll try to build some momentum here in the 3rd quarter and get it back with an onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Tavian St. Clair pulls it in. It's Burrows. Turning it on. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a 1st down. Clemson trying to put its paws on a productive red zone trip. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Out wide right, it's Johnson. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Quick give. It's Johnson. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
I'll tell you, this running back, he is running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
Just going to keep it after the snap. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. Throwing St. Clair. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Quick strike through the air for the score. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he tacks on the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Oklahoma sends the offense out, ready to go on the attack. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Blaylock. Tackle was made at the 22, but a nice 10-yard pickup there.
Hey, finally, we see a nice game. That's his best run of the game. And this offense works best when he is going. And then you can throw the passing game and the play action, and there's more balance. So maybe that's a sight of things to come. Maybe they can get this thing going and get back in this football game.
And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. They hope to catch the offense being overly aggressive with the screen, but they got nothing. They got less than nothing and had to like it.
Yeah, and a lot of times that's just players making plays. I mean, guys that see that and read it, it's just kind of a knack. It's kind of a feel. You feel the screen, break on the football, go make a play, get a big tackle for a loss.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Offense staying on the field there in hurry up, looking as if they'll go on fourth. Snapped on fourth down. Trying to get behind the defense. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
But the defense is smelling blood in the water. As soon as they saw this offense decide to go for it in that area of the field, they were like, okay, you're going to gift us the football. We'll go ahead. We'll take over. Thanks. We'll make a play, and we'll take this over. And now we're going to try to make you pay for that decision.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. That's his 3rd touchdown of the game and give him 16 on the year. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Taylor wants to throw it. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. And he's just run out of bounds, maybe living to fight another day there. It'll be a loss on the play. Running a screen on an early down, you might think you'd really catch them trying to be aggressive in a pass rush or something, but the defense had the answer that time.
Yeah, and the offense has to do a better job selling that. A lot of times when you run a screen, I need to buy time, right? I need to give that pass rush the ability to rush up the field, sneak a little bit behind them, and then dump it off. They might have rushed that a little bit on that play.
They're all over him. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Here comes the heat. And it's a sack. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. The Sooners will try to pin them back with the punt. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll take a deep shot here. And it's incomplete. The long pass on fourth down is to no avail.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
The Tigers have it with a 1st and goal. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. And guys, I don't know if they got the play call in quickly enough, but still the quarterback has to make sure the snap gets off on time. It's dropped after taking the hit.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
And the quarterback takes a knee. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Ready, go. Cuts it upfield. It's Davidson. He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on 3rd and goal, and it did not pay off. They'll sit. Dialed up the fake. He's looking to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over.
Yeah, and that's just one of those things you kind of scratch your head, but you always do when they aren't successful. But that's a play you want to pull out in a big moment that you think it will work, but the defense was ready for it. They had the answers, and that had no shot.
Quarterback gets enough. And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Taylor wants to throw. Rushes on. And down he goes.
And when I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage. But this defense applying pressure and applying the hammer in this football game.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now this offense will try to overcome that 2nd down incompletion. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. They'll run the screen. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That roughing call probably stems from frustration as this guy has cut them into pieces. 3 yards, 1st down for the offense after that penalty. Fresh set of downs going up top. Unloads to the wideout. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. And they'll get him down after a solid return. The handoff. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And the Tigers racing to the line in the hurry-up. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
St. Clair throws to the wideout. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead. Now, incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Long way to go on second down. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Looking downfield, it's St. Clair. Turns up, it's Johnson. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. But we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. 3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Got an alley. He gets it so close to that imaginary yellow line, but I think he's going to be just a tad short. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Tavian St. Clair. Catch in the middle, it's Wesco. There he goes. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like, they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. On the move from inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. Taylor wants to throw it. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the...
He's taking the shot. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
There's probably a lot of people wondering right now, why do they keep throwing the football when they're backed up so much? But this is actually one of the best places on the field to do that, because the defense has to cover so much space, plus oftentimes they're in man coverage. So this is the time to take your shots. They took one there, took a chance deep. It wasn't open. It was incomplete. You got to be thinking on 3rd down coming up now, they're probably going to throw it again.